On this week's show, the bear market countdown continues, Bitcoin price analysis, my weekly trading results, and the project valuation. Let's do this. Welcome everyone to the slightly delayed episode 18 of my series, where I'm taking £15,000 and investing this in crypto in a bear market. We're slightly delayed as last week a power cut managed to corrupt all the files just before I was going to release my video. It's taken a while to get the PC back working, but I'm back now thankfully. Of course, what this really tells me is this Womble desperately needs a new PC. So this week I'm continuing my somewhat tongue-in-cheek countdown to the end of the bear market. There are some serious maths behind this, where I look back at previous bear bull cycles and the time between them. So we are now approximately 29 days to go, which basically puts the end of the bear market at the end of this month, which is October 2022. The end of the bear market does not, of course, signify the start of a bull run and a massive pump. Well, not necessarily anyway. There will be another period, historically between 10 and 50 days, where the market moves in unpredictable ways. Will the whales go for a huge stop-loss hunt and attempt to push the price towards 15k or lower? Well, it is possible. But looking at the Bitcoin chart, we can see that, as I said in my last video, we are stuck between two levels. At the top is the 20,200 to 21,800 range, and at the bottom the 18,500 to the all-time low this year of 17,595. And as we can see from the chart, we have been bouncing between these two levels since mid-September, and we need to break through the purple resistance if we are to head to some new highs of 22,800 and above. Right now the market looks to be in the shorting mode. This would potentially test the support at 18,795 or even lower. But then there's a likely push back up towards 19,600, and if that succeeds, hitting the lower purple box. This would kind of overview the next week of action, so I'll see if that turns out to be true in the next show. But let's look at the RSI chart from last week's show, and the indicator did dip below the hoped for green resistance line, but it's currently pointed in the right direction. However, this could indicate further descent if it cannot break through that green line going forward. Is this forming a new channel? Well, perhaps, but if it does, it's a downward channel indeed. In summary then, more of the same is likely this week, just running sideways, bouncing between those two levels. But it will only take further news from Russia, another fantastic trust budget, or something from the Fed to move the price. But which way would it move? Well, we'll see, won't we? So do you agree, do you disagree? Let me know in the comments on what you think Bitcoin will do next. Okay, let's move on to trading, and as we can see we've got 0.632490 Bitcoin. This is slightly up from last week at 0.3%, but it's nothing really to shout about. I'll go into this in more detail in the next show, where we're going to look at how we get out of our positions in ETH and return those back to US dollar and to Bitcoin. Looking at the portfolio valuation, we can see that our asset split is pretty much the same as before, with Bitcoin and Ethereum being the main asset classes, trading up there at 16%, and the remainder of Amazon, Tesla, Silver, and S&P making up about 22%, and some ETH2 and Graph, of course, and our staking. But again, that's pretty static at the moment. Looking at Coinbase, we can see our value is £6,194, which is made up of 2,549 Ethereum, 2268 in Bitcoin, £999 in good old British pounds, which is currently buying Bitcoin at around about $13,000 if it ever falls that far. We continue to stake our Ethereum too at 336, and we hold some Graph at £40.90. In our other wallet, we still have our wrapped Luna, $62, our Kudos token, which has fallen to $41.36, and $6 of Ethereum. And looking at our staking, we can see we have $80, with the majority being Axis and SHIB, some BNB, and some KSM and Glimmer. Looking at the wreckage that is the S&P and my stocks, we can see we're down 5.3% in silver, 7.52% on the S&P, Tesla is down 11.25%, Amazon is down 7.98%, and Lumen is down 26%. Whoever said the stock market was a great investment, right? So looking at that overall and looking at the results for the week, our trading is up 0.3%. That's ROI on the fund, the trading fund, not the whole fund. Crypto is up 2.83%. Stocks weirdly are coming out at 0%. I'm not sure if that's true or if there's an error with the maths. The fund generally is up 1.38% on last week, and the total value now comes in at £14,179.22. Looking at this from an ROI perspective, we can see that we're at minus 5.5%, up from last week at minus 6.8%, and down from the week before at 0.9%. we're hoping as the bear market ends and we start to get into sort of a more bullish kind of market that we'll see that rise. Okay, so we're still down, but not by much. Could be worse. So thank you for watching. See you next week. Take care, everyone. And as I always say, onward and upward.